This is the main event of the evening. Sponsored by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Hennessy is Bob Bennett with WBO president in attendance, Paco. Vegas, Nevada, Mexicanos mixes the current WBA super middleweight. 9 knockouts, just 3 defeats, and 1 bout. Sergey
Trejos, Steve Smoger, Hall of Fame referee, is with us as well.
To keep Canelo at bay, that distance and range.
Immediately winging to the head. Kovalev has to be very careful.
Kovalev is a little leery about throwing it with full power.
Obviously very different.
Kovalev is gauging that jab out there.
He felt, at least, and I felt this way too, he got to another level against Daniel Jake. And wonder, hey, what has this guy got?
I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed with not really releasing the power or speed right now. And Kovalev is following those instructions to it.
From Canelo Alvarez, even moving up to 175. The explosion, you can see the impact. The smaller man is showing the menace. You know, when control this distance.
The Crusher won that first round, in my opinion.
The side of Kovalev's head.
And now we know why Kovalev was touching. See the first
pound-for-pound showdown with Andre Ward, a fight that he was dominating 16. Many felt that Kovalev deserved that decision after the match. Now he gets a shot. I don't know if it has redemption.
Well, it took a round and a half already, but Canelo's already backing up the bigger man.
I don't know they're necessarily looking to pile up points. Kovalev is the one to meet this guy up.
It sure looks that way. He's coming up short right now. He's trying to keep touching your man. Do not let Canelo get off with the explosion.
Coming to a close, it has been very interesting so far. We'll see. Chris Mannix so far giving both rounds to Kovalev.
275 pounds.
And Kovalev coming off a tough win. He knocked out Anthony in the 8th. A lot of time left in that round when he got hurt. I thought he got a little bit older. Prodding, throwing jabs. At a certain point, you must start winning rounds.
I do think Canelo's been better.
Yes, he has. He hasn't committed to no power either. He's just fighting at for how much longer he's going to be able to keep Canelo off just by touching him.
Canelo thought about that right hand, thought better of it. In the ring, he is walking around this ring right now, a much larger man. Final seconds of round number 3. Tactical so far, not quite explosive.
Well, look, the first half of the fight, he's going to have all that power. I think Canelo.
Kovalev has had difficulty in the late rounds. There's a hook by Canelo before the fight. He had that jab hung down low. He was kind of lazy with it.
Ward had him hurt. He didn't try to tie up. He didn't take a knee. Same thing with Alvarez.
The power punchers, when they're hurt, they're confused. They're vulnerable. Canelo's getting closer and closer, closing the distance right now.
Kovalev has jumped in to clinch and stop the punching of Canelo.
That's smart.
Now staying on the inside.
There's something you don't see from Kovalev that much. He threw a left, is not committing with that jab. That's the reason he doesn't have to really be working.
Hooks. Neither one of them really landing cleanly. But body shot by Canelo tried to answer with something nasty. He moves up, although Chris Mannix giving the 4th round to Canelo Alvarez.
The left hooks that Canelo landed just like that. He's mostly just countering.
Firing back with that jab and a hook. There's a good stiff jab. And the right hand just missed. That's a nice body.
Jab, not go like a power punch. They don't want him to get
a different phase of his career. He can clearly still box. Many of those body shots. So far, he hasn't taken much of anything, Sergio. But
power, Canelo is right there with the speed and the combinations to...
We saw Floyd not change a single thing in his fights.
Because 5th round, we're worried about him getting gassed.
Bernard Hopkins, who we spoke to earlier in the night, a master, might have it either way, and this comes from what? Bill Simmons? Judges have possibly gotten it this way or that way. You do have to
really putting power behind that jab is because the Crusher's not.
Kovalev now trying to time up. He has not had success.
I think one thing you have to watch for with that jab, and it's reflected.
It's not as if he is ripping him with shots. He's showing
what Kovalev is doing right now. If he can get 3 rounds out of the first 6, I think
8 pounds just went right through him like a buzzsaw. That body Crusher folding over just a bit. See right there, pumping out the jab, keeping Canelo We're through 6. Corner, we're going to get him. Don't worry. You get a sense of that. Chris Mannix with his 4th straight round for Canelo.
Watching this fight, I'm seeing Kovalev throw a lot of punches, but as I'm sitting...
And you must score in a scoring area to get those points. CompuBox. And Chris, it's a very good point. And as we are then, as a guy like Winky Wright would keep his gloves straight up.
The cleaner shots, but Paul Williams got a controversial decision
in the second half for a variety of reasons. He wasn't always in the...
Definitely committed to going for the body punches. That's
fast-footed fighter like Daniel Jacobs. Kovalev is...
According to CompuBox, 90% of this fight, knockout. Chris, you spoke to him earlier. Evander looks very...
win his pro debut.
So, Chris, according to you, Canelo's plan is just fine.
Here, close to it. A lot of these Kovalev punches, what I've seen, has been Canelo kind of parrying them away or absorbing.
He hasn't just come marching through. However, he's not really even... The power punches landed 52-28 in favor of...
I know what he's trying to do, but he's not winning these last couple of...
As like heavyweight, I think that is obvious that he can, although
he has landed the cleaner punches, opened up a little bit right now.
And the crowd letting him hear it a little bit.
And should have come at him to try to counter a power shot.
You think he's setting traps?
Because I haven't seen him throw too many of those consequential right hands.
Look, Buddy McGirt, the way he went after him in the corner, he went forward with the Kovalev, trying to mix it up a little bit now. A right hand answer by Kovalev. Maybe not quite the right hand that put Andre Ward down. Landed that hook. Kovalev answers with his jab.
Fight. He's been rolling with any big shot that Kovalev throws just to roll and come back. Expected a calculating crusher, but this is a very cautious.
Date. You got to figure he won that round. There's a double jab by Kovalev. He's going to have to pile up more than likely. 2 weeks ago, he has 2 of the belts. Dimitri Bivol here.
The jab of Sergey Kovalev and the accuracy of it.
With a little more danger, a little more menace.
How do you see the fight after 9?
I can't hear you, babe.
How do you see this fight?
And Kovalev said, I can't worry about that, even given what's happened in my
decisions in Las Vegas. All that being said, I respect Buddy McGirt, but if you have a problem with Don Trella or David Reddy or Julie Letterman.
Canelo came into this round looking to pick this in the past. Normally, a Canelo fight is pretty clear middle. Maybe not here tonight. And he misses with a hook at the end of round 10. Close. Perhaps Canelo is winning these rounds as he comes out firing. Fellas, and yet he comes in here now. It is time to do
a little bit tentative on that. Probably, as Sergio pointed out, he knows what's coming.
Hurt on Kovalev in this round. Misses with the right hand. And also move. That is the bigger man on his shots. And there's a good body shot, right hand by Alvarez. With a fighter like Canelo, Sergio.
Committing to the...
Here it is. Kovalev's hurt. Kovalev's down. Heavyweight champion of the world.
To wait till Kovalev gets up, doing the classy respect.
Throws it into another gear, and that...
It was a chopping right hook.
That's how short those shots were.
It was clinical, it was surgical, it was...
Ladies and gentlemen, the champion, he is the new WBO Canelo